back to my channel, guys. My name is James. Today we're going to be cooking some scallops. This is something that I've wanted to do for you guys for a while now, and you honestly won't believe how hard it was for me to try to find some scallops at this moment. I went to over 4 different shops, including the fish market, and I had to call a few others before finally finding some frozen ones. No, those were the only ones that they had left. But it's a bit strange because I can honestly walk down to the grocery store right now and find octopus, langoustines, oysters, calamari, and everything else fresh. So it's a little disappointing for me that I couldn't get some fresh scallops for you, but we're gonna try our best anyway. So before we get going today, be sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and let's get started. So for the ingredients, this is going to be a very quick and easy dish that you can make at home. We're going to be using obviously some scallops as well as Jamon Serrano, and then a medley of mushrooms as well, and at the end the sauce as well. But this is a very easy thing that you can make at home, and is something quick as well. So it's only going to take us a few minutes to make. Now for cleaning the scallops, when you normally get a scallop, more or less it'll look like this, whether they're frozen or fresh without the shell. And what they'll have is this little piece of meat, or this extra little muscle on the side, and we want to take this off. This is not something that we want on it. You're just going to pull it off and it's going to come off. And this right now is clean. Now for this one, if they come with the rest of the organs on there, you have to be a little more careful. You're going to have to take the knife and slowly cut it off, as you see me doing here. Very gently. There's a sinew that's on here, which you have to be careful not to rip the meat. And there it is, it's off. And then as you can see, this is the muscle, again, that you want to remove. And if you need to rinse them, you're just going to run them under some water really fast. Be sure that they're clean because they could have a bit of dirt left on them. And then you're just going to put them on a fresh paper towel. Alright, now I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the ham. We're going to wrap the scallop. Now, doing it this way may be long enough, but I don't think so. So we're going to go diagonal. First, we just want to measure it. Make sure you have a sharp knife when you're doing this too. And we're just going to cut. And do the same on the other end. This can stick together. You don't have to put anything normally, but sometimes if it doesn't stick, you can use a toothpick just to hold this section together so it doesn't come off. Alright, now once you're done, we're just going to put these on the plate and put these back in the fridge right now while we work on the mushrooms. When you get the button mushrooms, you want to take the bottom off. Throw that away. And if they're a bit dirty, you can either brush them off or run them under cold water very quickly. And then you're going to dry them. So all I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut these into quarters because they're going to shrink when we cook them. About this size, more or less. For the oyster mushrooms, the 2 little ones I'll leave whole, and the larger ones I'll peel. And peel them just by pulling them apart. Okay, and for the rest of the mushrooms it's easy. You can just cut the bottoms off. Put them right on the plate to saute. For the brown ones, we're also going to cut this knob off, like you see here. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm going to leave these whole. I'm going to saute them a little differently. Right, now I'm going to show you how to cook a few different ways. So, for the first way, we're just going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. Once it's hot, you're just going to place the mushrooms in, top down. A bit of salt, just a little on each one. That you can flip. Okay, and after you flip them over, they seem like they're done. We're just going to take them off and put them on a piece of paper towel just to dry them. Okay, now I'm going to show you more of an English type method of cooking mushrooms. After the pan's hot, we're just going to put a little bit of butter in, and the mushrooms as well. A little bit of salt, not too much. High heat, and you're just going to add another little stick of butter every so often. The mushrooms are done. We're just going to add a little bit of parsley. The parsley is optional, you don't have to add it. I'm just adding it for this dish. We're going to add a little more. That's it. saute, and you're done. Just like this. Okay, now for the scallops. We're gonna get the pan very hot this time. You're gonna pour a little bit of oil. If you're using a normal pan and not a non-stick, you may have to put a little more oil. Scallops, I'm just gonna season them with a little bit of salt on top. Okay, now one tip, anytime that you're searing, if you do not have contact, meaning enough oil in the pan that's contacting the food to the metal, it's not going to sear. You're not gonna have a nice sear on it. So, the hottest part of the pan is gonna be the exterior because I'm using a ring of fire. So it's gonna be the exterior of the pan, not the center. So first I'm going to place the scallops on the edge of the pan. Okay, well this is a good color on it. So after a few minutes of cooking on one side, you want a color more or less like this. And it's not fully done yet, as you can tell, it's still a little spongy. So this is normally how much you cook them in a professional kitchen, and then you can take them off because they continue to cook after a little while. And then once you're plating all the herbs and all the spices, you just flash it in the oven and it's done. So like I said guys, it's super easy to make. You don't have to do what I did with the sauce if you don't want to. The scallops with the ham and mushrooms are enough just by themselves. But if you want to take it a little further, you can save the sauce like I did, add some shallots, add a little bit of wine, a little bit of butter, saute the shallots and you have a nice sauce. And if you want to take it even further, add a little bit of heavy cream, a little bit of milk, maybe a little more butter, and blend it at an angle to get the foam, but it has to be hot to do this, otherwise it's not going to work. So it's very easy to turn the few ingredients that we used into something very pretty and very tasty as well. So guys, if you like this recipe and if you want more recipes like this, be sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and be sure to check out the rest of my videos that I have up already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon.